using a credit card, you're probably leaving points on the table. If there is something that the average everyday person doesn't know in regards to this secret strategy to increase your credit scores while using your credit cards, now, for full disclaimer, sometimes my clients and students take weeks, if not months, to fully understand, implement, and start seeing results using this strategy. But I'm going to try to teach you within the next 30 seconds, okay? Banks make money on interest that they charge you while applying and using their credit cards on loans. The lower your credit score, the higher the interest you will be able to pay for them, right? So from a logical standpoint, it will be bad business to have everybody with a high credit score, right? That is why they try to take the light away from strategies like this one, because it continues to benefit them so they can charge you more. Now, let's change that. You see, a big part of your credit score comes directly from the balance that you carry on a month-to-month basis, which gets added to your reports. Now, here's the big secret that I'm talking about. Balances that you keep on your credit cards really just matter on one specific date, once per month, which is the date a credit card cycle ends. If you have a credit card, check the statement. There's an opening date and a closing statement date. And if you're interested in seeing a massive credit score increase, don't miss out the next part. By the way, if you haven't already, like and save this video so you can go back to it later. So you went from checking your statement and found out when your credit card cycle closes. That's step number one. Now, do not confuse your statement close date with your payment due date. They are different. If you get confused, you can always call the card issuer and they will confirm with you the date as well. You can go to Amex and type in the chat and they'll be able to tell you, right? So next step is to calculate how much 10% of your maximum credit card balance is. For example, if your credit limit for the card is $1,000, 10% of that will be $100. This brings you to step number 3, which is probably the hardest part of this process. You want to make sure that you bring down your credit card balances below 10% amount, which is the amount that you calculated in step number 2 before your closing statement date. If you do this correctly and you do not have, or you haven't done this before, you should see a pretty dramatic increase in your scores. And yeah, the reason why step number 3 is the most difficult is because people can carry really big balances in their credit cards, and being able to pay down a balance below 10% threshold at once might take a while, sometimes weeks, sometimes even months, okay? So now this is just a little example of the things that my students get to learn with me. If you want to see more and how I get them to a 760 credit score, comment 760 below.